Okay, hi, I'm back. Alright, I'm going to use this die and I'm going to make Christmas cards. And the plan is I will take this, cut a circle out it, and I have some papers that's going to go behind it. So here we go. I'm going to attempt it. Alright, so now I'll get my paper set up here. And I'm only cutting out a portion. So I'm going to tape. I want to tape it into place about where I want it to be. I don't want it to shift as I'm going through the die cut machine. Alright, so much paper. My plates are a mess. Okay, I'm going to get my little bug. Alright, here we go. It's only paper. Okay. And I'm going to reveal. Let's put this away. Okay. Slowly lift this up without tearing my paper. Oh, good. That's one. The more I use this, the less sticky it'll be, so it'll be easier. Here we go. Alright, and voila. So I need to carefully punch out everything. Let me get my little thing. Alright, a little pokey tool. Punch out the eyes. What I'll end up doing is punching out some black cardstock just to get the eyes, because I really don't want to okay, save him, and I don't need any of this. Alright, so here we have it. It looks really plain right now, but we'll work it out, and I will place this behind. And the reverse has something, so probably, well, I can't turn it upside down. I'll come up with something to put here in the back. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and punch out some more and see what we have. Alright, stay tuned. Alright, so I showed you what I did. And then catastrophe, chaos. So what I did next was I cut off the card and used the plain side. I'll show you exactly. I had issues. If I can find my mess. Okay. So you can see here, let me show you, where I cut. I cut the front card off and I went poof, goodbye. It wasn't coming out how I wanted it. So what I'll end up doing now is I went ahead and cut out some new ones. You can see the little beveled edge a bit. I put little diamond gems for the eyes and little pom-poms that I have to make him Rudolph. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and have this behind it. I may pop it up a bit, just kind of give it some dimension, and then we'll come up with a sentiment. All right, so let's get started. I kind of like this little figure. I'm gonna turn this over, and I'm going to decide what I want to use. I think I might do my little Doris strips because it's not too thick, not too thin, and I think it'll work just fine. And I think I'm going to place it on here rather than, all right. I need my scissors so I can cut this down a bit. Alright. And this will go here. Oh, let's turn this around. I think I'd rather just stick it to the back of the paper and hopefully not turn it around upside down, which, you know, I wouldn't be surprised because things are not always as they seem. And I can't seem to get this one off. Oh, let's go from this end. I only need a little piece, so I'm going to cut it. And that'll be perfect. Okay. Let's move these off. And I'm not sure. I know I'll cut this down and I will place it on a background paper. That way you won't see this backside. Doesn't really matter as long as I'm covering up. Now see, he looks cute now. He's kind of popped up. All right. Oh, I'm trying to decide if I want to use one of my dies to cut out. I have these Pink and Maine rectangular dies. It's to match what I want. Look at all my trash here. What a mess, what a mess. Okay. I still have to have room because I'm going to put a sentiment. I'm still on the fence about what exactly I'm going to do. That might be a little too... Come on. Well, got two of them here. What is that in between? Might want to go a little smaller so I can have more, not a whole lot more, but just enough to, you can see what paper I'm going to use behind it. Whether I use solid color. Okay, I'll do that one. That one looks okay. Now, let's get my dies machine. Make sure it doesn't slide on me. I'm out of tape. I'll get another piece. I want to make sure that I get this level just right. Of course, you know what I'm doing is I already backed this up. You know, it's gonna mash everything. Oh dear, 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 dear. What I just put on here, move this out of the way and I'll show you my dilemma. I already put this backing on it, right? And I have its little nose and I have its little crystal eyes. If I run this through here, two things. It's gonna smash it really, really hard, and it's more than likely it's gonna crack my eyes. I speak from experience. This happened. So now I think I will not do it this way because, you know, I wasn't thinking ahead and I wasn't planning this out right. But I'll use this as a guide and I'll put little pencil marks on where I will cut this down. And then once I have a measurement, it'll be a little bit easier. Make sure I get it just straight enough. It's kind of like straight enough my behind. I can't cut a straight line with a ruler, but let's see how that goes. Not particularly fond of this, but start from I'll go up to that. Okay, and let's go. See where, sorry my head's in the way. I'm just trying to make sure I got this lined up. And this will go here. My X-Acto knife and my ruler would have also done well. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright, let's go from here up, down. Can always snip it with my scissor. Okay, let's see if I can get this lined up right. Let's see how bad I did this. Oh, okay. Right. Let me just nip it. Okay, there we are. And, okay. That isn't so bad. Alright, yay. I didn't screw it up too much. I know I would have. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cut down the others. I will not torture you and make you watch. I'll be back in a moment. So I finished cutting down all these. And I went ahead and took this die that says Mary. And I cut out a bunch of them so I can stack them by 3. Well, I'm glad you didn't see me struggle with those. So these last 2 sets, I'm going to use liquid glue. Because the spray glue, I was having issues. And I even used my box and I still got stuff all over it. So I'm going to go ahead and do this quickly. And stack it on. and then at least I know I'll have some wiggle room, because right now it was just too chaotic. Alright, so I'm going to press this first one on, and and it just fell right out of my hand. But because I use liquid glue, let me pick this up, I have some time to kind of get it all together even. And I'm going to take my acrylic block so you can see, and I'm going to press it down. Okay, so I have that one. Go ahead and do this one, put the top one on. So much quicker, I think, this way. My hands are very sticky right now, and I know that as I press this down and I push it down, some of the glue is going to escape, but it does dry clear, so you will not see it. Get the tweezer off of me here. Oh, goodness. I definitely have chaos happening here. I'm going to really have to clean this glass mat because it's full of crud. Okay. So I'm going to line it all up. Kind of will give it some dimension on the card. And then I plan on using black strips. I'll stamp and emboss Christmas, and it'll go right up under it. Just saw a police car go by. They're patrolling our neighborhood. Alright. Excuse me. My last set. Let's see. Dot, 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 dot. Okay, I need to hold this with my tweezer because my hands, my fingers are all not very unsticky. They're very sticky, actually. Alright, I gotta put this down. I don't have enough clean fingers here. Alright. Oh, that laid down pretty good. I'll pick it up and move everything into place. That looks really good. Last one. So much quicker doing it this way, honestly, than using my craft glue, because that was more of a struggle and more trouble than I really needed to go through. Okay, and let's start with the Y. Oh, joy. Alright. See, my fingers are sticky, so it's not going back. Alright, let me move this off. Alright, let me slide everything into place. And that's press down. So yes, they definitely look much better than the ones I used my spray adhesive on, because I had more time. See, like this is a little off kilter, but that's what makes them handmade. Lots of love goes into it. Once it's all put together, you won't even know It was meant to be that way. All right, I'm going to go clean up and then we'll continue with the rest of it. Okay, I have a big long strip of black cardstock. I have a stamp. Oh, and I'm going to freehand this. I'm not going to use my little stamping tool. Get all this off, clean it. All right, I'm going to set this down on the grid. I'm using a big one just. All right. First things first, because this is dark paper, I do need my embossing buddy to take off all of any static, because I'm going to emboss it in white embossing powder, and then I'll cut them out. Ooh, my powder's almost running out. Okay. I need my emboss ink. I need one that's nice and when I can see well. Then I know it's juicy, because I can only stamp this once each time. Okay, I'm going to line this up. Alright, okay, that looks good. I don't want to squish it too hard because then it's going to splay the letters some. And that's 2. Oops. And this will stay wet enough to where I can put the embossing powder on it after. And then I'll heat set it, excuse me. And one more. Alright. Put that on top of my thing. Alright, I'll go one by one. Let's see what we can do. Make sure all of it comes off. And of course I'm getting embossing powder on my table. What else is new? Oh, looks like I might have to do this one a little more. I want to make sure I have good coverage all the way around. And then I'm going to take my little brush and brush off around where I don't need it. Where's my little brush? I don't know if I want this one, but oh, here it is in front of me. Okay. And I'll just clean that up after. Where's my Swiffer? That'll work too right now. Because instead of dumping it all on a sheet of paper and funneling it back, I actually didn't have too much there. But I still have a mess on my desk anyway. Alright. I'm going to brush some of this away. Because it's on black cardstock, it will show up. And I don't want embossing powder that's going to be seen when I cut this. But alright, let's get my little clothespin. I can remember when I asked my husband to buy me some wooden clothespins, and he's like, "What?" I said, "Don't ask." And that's what I use to adhere my trash bag to my little scrap buddy I have on the side, so it holds my cup. and it holds a big trash bag, and that's what works for me. All right. Well, it's getting shiny, so you know. Yay. Okay. All right. So that is done. Wonderful. Now I need to cut them out and go with how I want to set it. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to use this and place it on here. I'm going to cut out these words, and it's going to have a little fishtail on the end. Gee, making all kinds of noise. Pick it up. Another one, and last one here. Can't even see me, I'm sorry. Kind of off out of the frame, I apologize. But once I finish, you'll see what I didn't have to do. Because I cut them down off of the strip, and then I used my little banner die to cut these out. I can trim them down to where they're all pretty much the same. Ow! Got poked. Okay, I'll put this away. Okay, you see how I have them all cut out. But they're different on the ends, so I'm going to cut them down and make them even. I'll go right through. Oh. And another. This one might be okay, but get it close to the C, but not really. Two more. One more. Now let's get the trash out the way. Oh, I can feel this adhesive on my glass mat. Okay. Like, oh, I still have to figure out what I want to do with these. I think I'm going to do a red cardstock that matches this. What do you think? So I'm going to have this. Oh, come back. And I probably should have cut it differently, but well, I can put it over right up underneath that. What you think? Yeah? Oh. I think I have some craft cardstock. Craft. Or do I have a green? Let's look through my paper stash here. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Green. Let me put this one that I have on here. Maybe I'll keep it neutral. Maybe I'll go with craft. Let's try that. Okay. Oh, come back. Craft. Craft. All right, I'm going to cut down some paper and we're going to use craft. Okay. Got my craft cardstock cut down and scored. Let's see what I have all over here. Whoops. Just little marks all over. Okay, now we get my glue out again, my liquid glue, because it's a little easier. Let me get you focused in here, okay? Alright, there we go. I'll come back. Can't use glue and speak at the same time. Isn't that crazy? And these are cards that I'm going to send out myself. And I have another one that I'm going to work on. And I'll show you what that looks like. Okay. And I need my little, get my big block. Set it down, press it down. And then I think I might go ahead and make a mess. I'm going to use these little strips here. And I'm only going to put it on part of it because the other part's going to go over the letter. So, my scissors. Okay. All right. Cut that one. Make sure I get this right and do all of them while I can. Give it a little definition, little dimension, I should say, not definition. Alright. Okay. Fan out a little for you. Oh my, come back. And I think what I'll end up doing is maybe put a little glue on the end as it goes over the letter. I think I have enough, more than enough to do these last two. More than enough. For a minute I thought I cut my tag. I was gonna, not good, not good. Okay, put that back. Okay, we have that. Come on. Now we have okay. Because I have it popped up here, I need my big roller as I knock everything down. My big roll of tape here. Well, let's see. Get some room. 1. And 2. I'll do 1 up here. I could probably slide it under. Maybe I can't, but I can trim it down. Okay. I'll save that. Use that in a bit. Put some glue on here. And let's peel off these. Oh, that's alright, it's underneath, so you can't really. Okay, put a little more glue on here. Can't really see, but this is going to hold it down well. Okay, and oopsies. A scissor. I have a little bitty it's just enough to bother me. And I'm shaking. Why am I shaking? Okay. Come up a little bit. Okay. Yeah, it would have annoyed me. Press it down. Oh, I'm going to need some bling. Let's see what I have. Oh. Give it some bling. What is Christmas without bling? Okay. Do need to get these facing up. Okay. And let's figure out where we're going to place these. We'll do one here. And that's 2. Let's see. Four and 5. All right, let's see how that goes. My little pickup tool. Of course, this is really, there we go. I'm going to have to use my other one. Let's get him on there good. Let go, thank you. All right, two more. Squish him there. All right, so we have a little bling. All right, I'm gonna finish up and I'll come back and show you all the products, all the projects I've done, all the cards. Okay, they're all done. Here's one and two, 3, 4, and 5. All right, thanks for watching. This has been fun. I will show you the next ones that I'm doing, but these are one set that I'm going to send out. I'll probably make a few more of these and get them all blinged up, but just simple little happiness that's going to be sent into the mail to people. All right, bye.